So at the start of the video, let us see how a two-dimensional object is made. You can see that we have just extended perpendicularly a length to get a two-dimensional shape, which is a 2D quantity called area. Now this area was 1 centimeter square. Again, if we extend this area again for the same length for 1 centimeter, then we are going to get a three-dimensional shape called cube, and it's a 3D quantity and it represents the volume. That is, how much space a 3D object is occupying is called the volume. Now square units are for area, cubic units are for volume. Now square unit, the area has two dimensions, the length and the breadth, represented by centimeter, which means centimeter square. For example, we are just taking the unit centimeter here, and here we have three dimensions, length, breadth and height. Let the units be centimeters, so centimeter into centimeter makes centimeter cubed, right? So the areas can be of different sizes, like square inch, square meter, square mile, like for an entire village, or cubic inch, cubic meter or cubic miles. Now this is how we get a cuboid. When you expand a rectangle, you get a rectangular prism. If you expand a triangle, you get a triangular prism, and similarly if you expand a circle, you get a circular prism. No, we call it cylinder. We don't call it circular prism, because when it's a polygon, only then they are prisms. The circle, which is not a polygon, and hence we don't call it a prism, it is a cylinder. By the way, the rectangular prism which we got by extending a rectangle is nothing but a cuboid. And now we are going to study a bit more about the rectangular prism, that is the cuboid and the cube. So we are going to study about cube and cuboid in more detail. What you see in your screen is a square. I have marked it 1, but actually it's not a square, it's a cuboid. Okay, but what you studied about square in previous classes are going to be required for cube also. You studied in a previous class that a square is what? When all the four sides are equal. In the same manner, in a cube there are 6 squares, and all the squares are of equal sizes. Okay, now let us see whether they have 6 sides or not. Let me give you some rotation of this cube so that you can see whether they have 6 sides or not. So 90-degree rotation, you get face 2. Another 90-degree rotation, you have face 3. Another 90-degree rotation, you have face 4. So now, total you already have 4 faces. If I give more 90 degree, oh, we are back to square 1. So let us go back, right? So this is our 4 faces. As I said, there are 6 faces, so let us see whether do we have or not. Now we give an x-axis rotation. Okay, we give a flip on the x-axis and we see that what do we have. You have a top out there, top surface, and then you also have a bottom surface, right? So total of 6 surface. So 6 surface, as I said, there are 6 squares, and square's area is s square, side square. So the total area, total surface area of this square, this cube means the area of 1, the area of 2, the area of 3, the area of 4, the area of 5, the area of the top surface, and the area of the bottom surface. So total of 6 squares, and all those squares are equal as by the definition of the cube, and hence you get the total surface area of a cube as 6s square. But these blue surfaces, the walls, okay, the 1, 4, 3 and 2, they actually make up for the lateral surface area. lateral surface area of a cube is 4 squares. So 4 squares are what? 1 square is side square, so 4 square is 4s, so 4 into side square. So you have two formula for cube. One is lateral surface area, which is equal to 4 side square, and then you have a total surface area, which is equal to the 6s square. Now for an instance, if you are required to paint the 4 walls of your home and you need to paint also the ceiling, then which section are you not painting? Obviously the floor you are not painting, so that is one area on the floor, one face you are not using it. So if your room is like a cube, for say, then you need to subtract one side square from it. So 6 side square minus 1 side square, that would be 5 side square. So depending on the questions, you are going to evaluate how we are going to answer things. Now what about cuboid? Now if you just make any of the side a rectangle, okay, this is also a rectangle, let us make this, we are increasing it, we are just changing it. You can decrease also and you can increase also. In both cases it will become a rectangle. So when we are increasing any of the side, square side, and making it a rectangle, it becomes a cuboid. Let us give us the 3D view for it, and you can see that it is a cuboid, where again how many faces do you have? You have 1, 2, 3 and 4 faces, right? You also have a top surface and you also have a bottom surface, right? So again, if I need to find the lateral surface area of this cuboid, then we just need to add the area of 1, the area of 2, the area of 3 and the area of 4. But you can see that by observation only that 3 and 1 have equal areas. Similarly 2 and 4 have equal areas, and the top and the bottom also have a equal area. Okay, so if we need the lateral surface area, we can say that area of 1 plus area of 2 plus area of 3 plus area of 4, and then we can just write it as area 2 times of area of 1, because area of 1 and area of 3 are equal, and similarly area of 4 and area of 2 are equal, so we can write 2 times of area 2. So we can just write it 2 times of area 1 plus area of 2, and those mathematical algorithm you are going to see in one of the image that I am going to share to you later on. So what you got here is the idea of a cube and how many faces does it have, and what is the lateral surface area, and what is the total surface area. And when you are about to solve any problems, you need to check out whether you need to subtract the top area or the bottom area, or you need to add the bottom area with the lateral surface area. Those things, when we are going to solve the problem, you are going to get it. Before we get into the formula part, let us know a few more things about the area and the volume. The two-dimensional area also comes with a one-dimensional quantity called the perimeter, and the same way the three-dimensional volume comes up with a two-dimensional quantity called surface area. Now the surface area is nothing but, as we discussed earlier, the outer covering, and the perimeter is also nothing but the boundaries. The boundaries or outer covering, whatever you can see here for the perimeter with the yellow portion, and painting this covering of the volume gives us the surface area and volume. Together you can imagine a cartoon filled with a ice cube. The cartoon which is rotating here is the surface area, and this which is rotating, the cube, is the volume. Here you can see how the volume of a cuboid is actually calculated. Volume is, we get the area of the base multiplied to the length. How do we get the area of the base? By multiplying the length and breadth. 4 cm here and 3 cm, we get 12 cm, and just replace it. So to find the volume, we need to multiply this area with the length extended, that the base we extended. So let us take the length extended with 10 centimeters. So just substituting it in length and multiplying with 12 centimeters square, we get 120 centimeters cube. Here is the set of the formula for the cuboid, also called the rectangular prism, also called the rectangular parallelepiped, and the formulas are given here, where you can see the volume of the cuboid to be length into breadth into height, where the surface area of cuboid is twice length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length, that is twice LB plus BH plus HL, in short what we say. Then you will have surface area of four walls equal to twice BH plus HL, or you can also use twice L plus B into H. And the diagonal of the faces of the cuboid, we have three diagonals for three different types of faces. One diagonal would be root over L square plus B square, where the face has dimensions length and breadth. Where the face has dimensions breadth and height, the diagonal would be root over B square plus H square. And where the face has dimensions H and L, you are going to have the diagonal to be equal to root over H square plus L square. But there is the longest diagonal of the cuboid, that if you join one corner point to the opposite corner point on the opposite side, then you are going to get the diagonal of a cuboid root over L square plus B square plus H square. And the height of the cuboid can be easily obtained if you know the base area, that is the length into breadth. If you know, then if you just divide it by divide the volume by the base area, you are going to get the height of the cuboid. And similarly, if you want to get the base area of the base, then you just need to divide the volume by its height. Now I'm going to share some images to you. In those images, how we got the surface area of the cuboid, surface area of the cube, then lateral surface areas, then also about the lateral surface area of cuboids and the diagonal, and you're going to see in those images. So just pause this part of the video to check on the formula if the picture is not clear.